Frank Caracci's second time directing the comic duo, they play single parents.
Hello, everybody!
Whose blind date goes badly wrong, but who then cross paths and swords again in Africa.
When you got the script, why did you decide to base it in South Africa?
The nice thing about this movie, it's about parents who really want their kids to have a great life, and they obviously are struggling and they're not that wealthy. And to me, the ultimate vacation would be to go on a safari in Africa. That sounds like a rich man's vacation he can never afford. And secretly, I have been many places in the world. I haven't been anywhere in Africa. And I always wanted to go to South Africa. It was always on my list of places. And it worked out that it was suggested by the studio. And I said, that's perfect for the movie. It just clicked. And I was like, that's great. And then I went there for a scout, and it was even more beautiful than I imagined. And beyond that, what really struck me right away was, you know, you go to Rome and it's 2,000 years old. You go to Africa and it just goes back to the beginning of time. And it's just gorgeous. Anywhere I turned my camera, I was like, this is the best backdrop ever for a big summer movie. But a movie, there's a spirituality that's there in the people and the culture. And
you feel that in Africa.
I feel it. And it's got an edge too, though. You know, it's not just, you know, just beautiful. It's like even going on a safari, seeing animals kill each other, it's got this rawness, and it's like nothing else. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in every way. And the experience I had was like, you go there and you watch wildlife happen, and you go, what am I getting stressed out about in my life? Some stupid thing about, I don't know. You get caught up in little dumb stuff. When you see nature happening like that on that scale, it makes you have a perspective that is hard. You take it back with you, and I wanted that to be part of the movie.
Isn't this place fantastic? So romantic.
We are not dating.
My mom is friggin' hot.
Ew, no, not hot. That's just wrong.
Watching the movie, I was so proud actually to be South African because it was the best advert actually for our country.
Oh, good.
So it was beautiful. You could see that Frank did travel stories before because just the way that he shot it was, I was really proud. Now, you guys are so funny, and I think the world is going to be really, really happy to see you fall in love again.
Thank you.
I hope they're happy seeing us in South Africa.
We want to make them happy.
Yep. We had the best time there, and thank you so much. And tell everybody there thanks for their hard work, and they was gracious and made us feel welcome. Every day was spectacular.
Yeah, and we really went all over the place. I got to go to Cape Town, Johannesburg. We went to different game reserves around Sun City. I feel like I exhausted myself, really trying to see everything I could there.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
What was your favorite part?
Rory Stain and his family, he made sure that we knew what was going on, because we just got to South Africa and we didn't know where to go and where to hang out and what to do, and he took care of us. And I gotta say, he's one of my good friends now. We became real tight, and I love the guy, and if he's watching.
And Dale Stain will want me to hear too.
What about the great Dale Stain? He is.
I know he's going to want to hear from you
bowler.
guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's a great guy, and man, is he funny in the movie.
He is great in the movie. I didn't know that he was going to be in it, so when I saw him, I laughed.
What a good guy, and we hung out a little bit and got to know each other, and he's a really smooth, funny dude.
Okay, you're going to call me in 10 minutes so that I can tell him I have an emergency.
Hello? An avalanche in our backyard. I'll be home right away. It's an emergency.
You make the funniest movies ever. What's it like working? I mean, it's 10 years now, 15 years?
It's 15, 16 years since we did The Wedding Singer. It was great because we stayed friends, but as you get older, you see each other less, so it was a chance to really get back together. But it was like we just picked up where we left off. I mean, I think Adam and Drew, when they're together, they make each other better. And now they were comedically fearless, because it wasn't like this awkward getting to know each other phase. We jumped right into it, and the challenge of this movie was they sort of hate each other in the beginning, and by the end, the audience is rooting for them to be together, and it was exciting. And I think we couldn't have pulled this off when they first knew each other, but now that they know each other, there's a trust, there's a respect. But the magic was still there. When they kissed, it was like sparks were flying. It was really cool.
This is so pretty! Wow!
We're out of gas!
What?
Start running fast! Get those legs going!
Your panic was amazing. It was so funny. Did you really go up in that balloon?
Yeah. I did.
She was hanging.
Yeah.
Hanging up there.
Yeah, no blue screen, and it was very, very high.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I always just like, there's something in me that's like, and this is probably a little bit crazy, but because I've been like doing stunts in movies or just in movies my whole life, I don't know. I just always like assume it's going to be fine. So I just trust.
Yeah, no kidding. That's funny. You do. And
I totally
Then
do.
you look at the guys you were trusting and you're like, why did I trust that crazy man?
So I can tell everybody Drew Barrymore does her own stunts, and yet you didn't ride the ostrich, you were riding
I rode an ostrich for a half
did ride
hour.
an ostrich.
I did.
Was it a real one?
It was a real one for a half hour, and then the ostrich kind of looked at me like, please, enough already. And then I hopped on a guy in a blue suit who was wearing a
Who
saddle.
also looked back at you and said, please, enough already.
He did eventually. And if you're watching, thank you for letting me ride you, and I miss you.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to us, and I hope that you had a wonderful time in South Africa.
Did.
The best.
I really can't wait to get back to Cape Town, too.
Blended opens at cinemas across the country tomorrow, the 4th of July.
Oh my, what happened to her face?
I baited it. She's a kitty cat.
No, he's a good daddy.